What's up, guys? It is Friday, February 2nd, and we got a pretty big day ahead of us here. We got all of our beams prepped, coated, ready to go for our front truss. We got all of our plates made, joinery plates and the plates that are going to connect the decorative front truss to the front posts. Everything's prepped, ready to go. So the goal is to get everything assembled today and maybe get it installed this afternoon. This is a lot of work represented behind me and the plates in the shop over there. I got a lot of time invested in this, and it's going to be a pretty big task. We're going to pick this up with the tractor and the forks. We can't use our boom because I think this thing weighs somewhere around 1,000 pounds. So big lift. Going to have to be careful and take our time, but I'm excited to see how it looks once it's up. Alright, we got this all laid out. We're going to have to do a little bit of shimming and tapping around to get the joints to close up as good as we can. But man, that looks good. That is massive too. That is 34 feet wide, almost 4 inches thick. So now we're going to come over here to the front of the house, and we got to put these 4 brackets on top of our posts. There, there, and there. So you can see what that bracket looks like here. Got 8 bolts that'll go into the truss and 4 bolts into the top of the post. So we'll jump on our ladder and get these put up here. This is our test run. Make sure we've got enough dirt piled up here to get our forks above the post. Right there is about as high as he can go on level ground. So we piled up some dirt here. Hopefully that little ramp. Oh yeah. No problem. Got probably a foot. That's what we want. Went around and took just some window shims and got all these boards pulled up flush and level. And now we're going to take some washers and some regular screws and tack these plates into position. Make sure we get the best fit possible. And then while the regular screws hold it in position, we'll go ahead and pre-drill and get our lag bolts put in. The truss webbing was too wide to touch the upper part of the forks, so we used an assortment of clamps and a 2x6 there to secure the truss to the forks to prevent it from tipping forward or rocking backwards. The tractor was handling the weight of the truss really well. The only thing bad about a lift with a tractor like this is each time you move up, the load leans back quite a bit. So you have to do a lot of up, tilt forward, and go up in lots of little steps to keep your load straight up and down. I just stood out to the side and gave Dad good direction. When he was leaning far enough back, I would have him tilt forward before he moved up further, and we probably made 10 or 15 little steps on the way up. You can see here we're starting to inch the tractor up our dirt mound that we made, and that's given us about the last 12 inches of height that we need to sneak over these post brackets. We were a little low on the right side, so I climbed up the ladder on that side and gave that a little extra oomph to get that up and over onto the bracket. Well, good morning, guys. It's Saturday, February 3rd, and I slept so much better last night with that truss up behind me there. I don't know how much it comes through in the video, but this thing is massive in real life. It's 34 feet wide. It's probably a little over 6 feet tall. It's 4 inches thick, and I'm guessing it weighs 1,000, maybe 1,200 pounds. It's big. So getting that set yesterday, uneventful, no problems, and all of our design work came out, looks great. That's such a relief. It's a big help on my mental health to have that thing in the air. So today we're gonna try to get our ridge beam set, ridge board, I guess technically. It's not a load bearing thing. It's just a nailing surface for rafters. So ridge board set, and maybe get some rafters started to get this front porch finished up.